Hello and welcome to the Aquascape channel. This time we are building a 30-liter tank for my beautiful betta named Tanjiro. Since this is a used aquarium, we need to clean it first. I used just some clean water and kitchen sponge for the inside of the aquarium. Then I go around the edges with a toothbrush. I poured the water away and went to the outside of the tank. I sprayed the outside with some glass cleaner and wiped it off. For the lime stains, I just cut a lemon in half and used the lemon juice. This is an easy trick to get rid of the lime stains quickly. Now for the hardscape. The lava rocks I used were already in Tanjiro's last tank, and the red moor wood was just lying around from an older aquarium. I just broke down some of the rocks to get smaller pieces. For the tank dimensions, I used a foam mat and assembled the hardscape on top of it, so I knew it will fit when I put it back in the aquarium. A betta fish loves caves, so I wanted to build something with an overhang or cave. At first I had some problems finding the right pieces, and it took some time to assemble everything the way I wanted. When I find pieces that will work together, I glue them by using some cotton and cyanoacrylate glue. This glue will harden in a few minutes when used in dry conditions and hardens nearly instantly when touching something wet. It's completely plant and fish safe. Before I put everything back into the aquarium, I took some photos so it would be easier to reassemble the scape in the tank. I put a little layer of aqua soil at the bottom first, which makes the assembling of the hardscape easier. The soil I use is the Tropica Aquarium soil. I then glued some of the rocks on the top of the hardscape to give it more of a cave look. Finally, it was time for the red moor wood. I didn't want too many pieces, so I just broke some of the roots and glued them in a way that there will be even more hiding places. After that I filled the rest of the soil in and pushed it with a sand flattener and brush in the correct positions. For some additional contrast I used the ADA La Plata sand to make the little sand paths coming from the back to the front of the aquarium. This sand looks really great in combination with the dark lava stones. Now it's time for the planting. I use Rotala rotundifolia hydra and Pogostemon erectus for the background. Both plants will grow out of the water in a few months and give the scape a nice little immersed section. I also hope for the Pogostemon erectus to bloom at some point. The Monte Carlo I glued to the hardscape so that it will grow in an overhang over time. Some of the gaps I filled with weeping moss. The Hygrophila pinnatifida, which is one of my favorite plants, is also glued on top of the hardscape. It also had the potential to grow outside of the water, but need a higher humidity to feel good. It's very important to spray your plants when planting, especially the Hygrophila pinnatifida, cause it will dry out really quick. On the darker parts of the scape I use some Bucephalandra catgang, and in the foreground I put the Eleocharis mini. Both plants won't get much light there because of the floating plants, so they will grow very slowly. With the planting done, I just need to fill up the tank with water, put the filter in and set up the light. Since next to the betta there are only a few snails and maybe some Neocardina shrimp in there, we don't need that big of a filter. I use the AquaClear Power Filter 20, which is quite a cheap but good working filter. For the light I use the Chihiros C2 RGB, which is a little more expensive, but I love that I can program it the way I want. If you watched the video up to this part, I want to thank you very much. I would appreciate if you could give the video a like and please comment what are your experience with aquascaping. If you don't want to miss my next video, feel free to subscribe. I wish you all a wonderful day and happy scaping.